Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Reads his Marvel Comics in Order. This is episode 64. This time I read The Avengers, number 153, the November 1976 issue. This is the very earliest issue of The Avengers in my Marvel Comics collection. So this is the first Avengers entry in this video series. For those of you new here, I am reading my Marvel Comics collection in order, publishing date order. I'm working my way through it, just getting started basically, and I've got a long way to go, so stick around for more. But as I said, this is the earliest issue of the Avengers that I own. I think I got this and the following 3 issues because it's kind of a long storyline. This continues in the Avengers Annual of this year. And then the next few issues all cross over with Marvel's supervillain team up. And I think I got a bunch of years ago, I put all of them together, all the issues I would need so I'd have the whole story arc together. And this is the very first time I'm ever reading it. I've never read this before. And so this was a real treat. I'd gotten it and put it away. So this is the first time reading it. This one is in really nice condition, this copy. Back cover is really pretty white, a little stained, but not terrible. Not many creases in it. The pages are a little yellow, not terrible. But another Jack Kirby cover. Jack Kirby was pretty busy in 1976. He's doing the Fantastic Four covers. He's doing Avengers covers apparently. What else has he done? Did he do Marvel 2-in-1? No, he didn't do that. But he's pretty busy doing covers and also doing just Captain America. He's writing and drawing Captain America at this time as well. So he's a pretty busy man. They were putting him right back to work after he left DC and came back to Marvel. Marvel's putting him right to work. This story is written by Gary Conway. I think it's Gary Conway. I don't think it's Jerry Conway. I always thought it was Jerry Conway, but the more I read some of these asterisk boxes down here in the bottom, it says Guessing Games Gare. So Gary Conway, he's the writer-editor. And so since he's the editor, he's going to be the one writing these asterisk boxes. And Guessing Games Gare, you could do that, but it makes more sense if it's Guessing Games Gare, doesn't it? I don't know. So I'm wondering if his name's Gary Conway and not Jerry Conway, like I've always thought. But anyway, this one, John Buscema is the artist. He just drawn 3 issues of the Fantastic Four, a few videos back in this series for you that have been around and followed along. But I don't know if he'd drawn the Avengers for prior to this issue, or if he just drew this storyline. I'm not sure, but it's good to see John Buscema on something other than Conan. I love his artwork on Conan, and when you can get him on a superhero book, it's always a treat. So we start off with the Scarlet Witch. Apparently, the Avengers had a big fight here at the Brand Corporation, I think. Yeah, the Brand Corporation, over the Serpent Crown. And the Serpent Crown must have just gotten left here, which is, I don't know how you would leave such a dangerous weapon just, laying in the rubble. But like I said, this is the earliest issue of the Avengers that I have, so I don't know the backstory. But anyway, she shows up and the Serpent Crown is indeed there, but she's attacked by the Living Laser, who is there to get the Serpent Crown for himself. And he gets it. Then some of the Brand Corporation muscle, they come in and start blasting away at both the Living Laser and the Scarlet Witch. But the Living Laser, he gets away with the Serpent Crown. Now, the rest of the team has just come back from an adventure, I think, down in Louisiana, where they had been attacked by Wonder Man, who had been thought dead. Who I don't remember when or how he died. but it was long ago apparently in in the Marvel timeline compared to 1976. But he was revived, and he was a zombie. They called him a Zuvembe. So they brought his body back to Avengers headquarters. He's alive, he's breathing, but they don't know if he's him now. They don't know if he's Simon again, or if he's still a mind-controlled zombie. So they've got all kinds of things going on. The Wizard has shown up, and he wants to speak with Wanda and the Vision. Wanda, of course, is gone at the Brand Corporation for the Serpent Crown, but the Vision goes to speak with him. And of course, the Wizard at this time thought he was the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver's father. And I think that's not the case anymore. I think now it's Magneto is their father. But at this time, it was believed that the Wizard was their father. And I forget the story behind that. If somebody knows, please comment that down below. But here we have this little laser beam gets shot right in the Wizard's eye, and it kind of interrupts him. And then he goes nuts, and he attacks the Vision. And he goes on a rampage through Avengers Mansion. And everybody has a hard time fighting the old man. The Wizard is a World War II superhero, by the way. So he's a pretty old man at this point. But he's making pretty quick work of the Avengers, destroying the mansion at the same time. But after he takes out the Avengers, he suddenly starts getting like a headache, and it makes him pass out. And we find out that it was the Wasp and Yellow Jacket got in his ear or something and made him pass out. But then we're going to take him back to the lab to have a look at him, see if they can figure out why he went nuts. They get back to the lab, and that's where Wonder Man was, and they find the lab destroyed and Wonder Man gone. He's made his way out of the building. A crowd of Avengers fanatics see him, mob him, and he reacts and tosses them aside, goes to hide in the alley. And we go back to the Scarlet Witch, the Brand Corporation. And the thugs for the Brand Corporation are still after her. One of them manages to shoot her in the arm, but she's able to escape. Wonder Man, by the way, or at the same time, he's wandering around, and here's the living laser with a serpent crown. He is controlling Wonder Man now, and he commands Wonder Man to destroy the Avengers. So this issue is a cliffhanger, which leads into Giant Size Avengers number 6, or as we call it in the modern times, Avengers Annual number 6. So this continues the story here, and that'll be the next video. But for now, this concludes this episode of Old Nerd Reads his Marvel Comics in Order. Stick around for the conclusion to this. The next video will take a look at the Avengers Annual number 6 to see how this story shakes out. If anyone knows any good juicy bit of trivia about this storyline or this time in Avengers history, please comment it down below. And otherwise, I really appreciate watching. Stick around for many more videos to come. And like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.